Pete DeBoer will continue to shake things up until he finds the right combinations. Is it time to split up Jason Robertson and Roope Hintz? Let's discuss next on Locked On Stars.
You're Locked On Stars, your daily podcast on the Dallas Stars. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Howdy, Stars fans. I'm Joey Erickson, former producer of 105 Through the Fan. Please be sure to subscribe. We are free and available wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. And as always, thank you so much for making us a part of your day and making us your first listen. Is it time to split up Jason Robertson and Roope Hintz? That's my question of the day on a Wednesday edition of Locked On Stars. Let me know your answer in the comments below. We'll also discuss the San Jose Sharks, the Stars looking to bounce back tonight, and we'll play Shooting Star before we get out of here. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. You can start the season with a big return on FanDuel. New customers can place a $5 bet, and you'll get started with $150 in bonus bets if you win that first $5 bet. Visit FanDuel.com to get started. So, should DeBoer split up Roope and Robo? I think they should. I think it's the last thing the Stars have not done yet this season in order to try to get Roope, Robo, or even Wyatt going offensively. And we did see Robo on the fourth line for a few shifts in the Anaheim game, but I feel like that was more of a demotion than a hard fix. And in practice yesterday, DeBoer did shake up the lines, but Robo and Roope were together once again. They went back to what we thought was going to be the original top line heading into the season, along with Wyatt Johnston. And we all thought they were going to just take the league by storm this season. At least I did, because they were pretty dominant for the few spurts we saw them in the regular season a year ago. Wasn't quite the case early this season. You look at the advanced numbers, the expected goals percentage is 68% for that line, and that's third on the Dallas Stars, but they've only played 25 minutes. The only real dominant line we've seen for Dallas has been the Duchesne line, or any line that Matt Duchesne has been on this season. So I think it's time for DeBoer to really, really shake it up. Maybe Joe Pavelski was the magic behind that trio. And we have seen 24 and 21 together for numerous years, even a year before Joe Pavelski came in to the fold. But it just feels like it's time for them to get a change of scenery almost. And maybe that can get one of them going. Maverick Bourque was playing alongside Stankoven and Jamie Benn. That line looked pretty good the other day against Anaheim. And I think with Maverick Bourque starting to get more comfortable in the NHL, that will only help him, especially the way Stankoven plays. And that line can start to contribute a bit more and contribute like a line we expected coming into this season. There was no Tyler Seguin, by the way, so Colin Blackwell filled in. Dodonov went to the fourth line alongside Sam Steele and Oscar Beck, which Dallas doesn't even have to worry about their fourth line. Jake Ottinger was not at practice yesterday either. We will find out more today. Maybe even by the time you're watching today's episode, we'll know more about why Jake Ottinger wasn't present. And if I had to guess with Seguin, just a maintenance day, because he has been dealing with something, but he can take as much rest as he needs. He has been as productive as any other Dallas Star. He's second on the team in goals with 7 in his first 13 games this season. But for real, I don't think I'm being drastic here. It's time to split them up. I'm okay with rocking along with Johnston again. See if maybe the reunion will spark something. Hopefully it does. And then that's one less question you have to answer again. If they start to find their game, hopefully it clicks automatically. I don't know if you can take a ton of stock when you're playing the San Jose Sharks. But at this point, Dallas just got beat by Anaheim. I'll take any positives when it comes to 21 or 24. And I touched on it yesterday. They've been real quiet. Wyatt has, I think, a goal in the last 12. Johnston has a goal and assist last 10. Roope has a couple of goals in the last 5, but we're just not quite seeing the skating ability from him. And many of you have commented and asked about Roope. His strength is his skating. And as he ages, it's only going to get worse, right? Father Time catches up with everybody, and Roope's not old, but usually one of the first things to go is your legs. It's not really the skill or the awareness. It's your legs. He's just not going to be as quick as he once was. Plus, he's been banged up in his career before. That's only going to take its toll as the miles continue to increase. And I don't have concerns about them as players. I have concerns that they're not executing. And with Robo, I think it's an even different conversation than Wyatt. And I spoke about this a bit on yesterday's episode too. Wyatt has at least been engaged, and Wyatt has at least had some chances. He's had some scoring chances. He continues to make plays, and he's very, very good defensively too. There's a lot of stuff that Wyatt has still been doing at a high level, even though he hasn't been scoring. I think he's been a bit unlucky. Look at his expected goals percentage. It's been pretty decent. It's up there. It's up there for the Stars this season. Just he's not finishing enough. Robertson, it's like just you don't really notice him at all. You just don't notice him. And that's a real concern for me when it comes to Robertson. I think just Wyatt needs to get one to go, and then hopefully it starts to snowball a bit. But almost 20 games into this thing, almost a fourth of the way through, and you're still waiting on your big guns to get going. And look, maybe this is the year where the offense just really slows down for some of these guys, but you're going to waste a really, really good roster. And it could be a wasted season if you don't figure it out in a window where Dallas really needs to be competing. Winnipeg has elevated their play. Minnesota has taken their game to a next level, and Dallas seems stagnant. And the real baffling part to it all is coming into the season, this was not the part of the Stars we had questions about. It seems to have flip-flopped 18 games into the season. It was all about the defense, all about Matt Dumba and Ilya Lyubushkin. And some of those concerns are still there. And even with an offense that was humming on all cylinders, I still had my doubts about the Dallas Stars. As I talked about almost all summer long, I got more positive as the season got closer. But now we're into the thick of things, and we're asking questions about the offense and why some guys aren't scoring. And this can prove even more costly than the defense could ever be. If your best players don't score, you're not going to go anywhere in the postseason. You're not going to go anywhere. And they've had some offensive explosions, and those are great. And we talked about it. But again, it was Boston who they just fired their coach, and it was Pittsburgh. It's just not a very good team. You're just not a very good team. And then you play Anaheim, and you look really pedestrian against. Look very, very pedestrian against a Duck team that you should be better than. It's time to really shake things up, I think. And I think you should try to split up 24 and 21. At this point, you got to try to find answers. And I know they're practicing. They've tried some things. They're not going to just be willy-nilly with it. But, at this point, you need them to find a way to score or at least start to play better. Otherwise, you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to go anywhere. And that's really the big picture of this whole thing. They're not going to go anywhere. Because they haven't played the best teams very good. And they just have some nights where a lot of their talent is just kind of ghosting, right? I mean, you tell me. I see a lot of you in the comments saying, what's going on with Robo? Where the heck is Roope? And you're right. I can't argue. What's going on? And watching Duchesne and Seguin play extremely well is a lot of fun. I'll say that it's awesome to watch them buzz around. I wish you got it from really your core. This is the core of the Dallas Stars moving forward. They got to figure it out. They have to, because the Central Division could get out of hand quick. Winnipeg, Minnesota won again on Tuesday night, so that's another 2-point cushion for them. They got to turn around at some point. And we thought they were getting some momentum, had a 3-game road trip, and just blew up. And that's the NHL at the end of the day. You can get beat on any given night, that's for sure. Anyways, I got another Pacific team coming to town tonight. The San Jose Sharks with Macklin Celebrini this time around. Let's preview the San Jose Sharks in just a moment. Today's episode of Locked On Stars is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in award winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. This week on Prize Picks, you can look at the hockey board and select Nathan MacKinnon for more than half a goal, Evander Kane for more than 1.5 hits, Alex Ovechkin for more than half a goal. What a run he is on lately. Get in on the action with Prize Picks. You can download it on your smartphone. It's free. It's available. It takes 30 seconds to download on the Google Play App Store. Download the app today. Use code LOCKEDONNHL to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the app. Go ahead. Use the code LOCKEDONNHL for $50 instantly when you play your first $5 bet. Prize Picks. Run your game. Today's episode is also brought to you by Game Time. Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks. It makes getting tickets easier for your favorite live events. Game Time Picks filters out all the fluff to only show you incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. Get a panoramic view from your seat before you buy, so you know exactly what to expect when you get there. You can do them for your favorite teams. You can do them for comedy, theater, you name it, they have it. And they have the lowest ticket price guarantee, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time Picks. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONNHL for $20 off your first purchase. It's as easy as that. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code LOCKEDONNHL. That's Locked On NHL for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game time. The Dallas Stars looking to bounce back tonight against the San Jose Sharks. 7 o'clock puck drop on Victory Plus. I was having some issues with Victory Plus the other night watching the Ducks game. It buffered a few times. It just completely kicked me out of the app. I was getting frustrated. Didn't help that the Stars were getting trounced 3-0 at the time, but I was irritated, and I saw some fans on Twitter sharing their grievances as well. And that was really the first time I had some real issues with Victory Plus. Hopefully those will continue to be ironed out. But at the end of the day, I think it's been a decent and a very, very good product so far. That's my only complaint. I don't have just one complaint on the Dallas Stars, however, as they take on San Jose Sharks tonight, who are 6-10-4 this season. They're 5-3-2 in their last 10. They're playing better. They're improved, which is what you would hope if you're a Sharks fan. They're certainly improved. Celebrini's a lot of fun to watch. He's got 5 points in his first 8 games, the teenager. And this has been a team that has played Dallas incredibly hard over the last few seasons. They've gone to overtime, I think, 3 of the last 5 matchups. The first game of this season back in October, Dallas won in a shootout 3-2. Ty Dellandrea and his return to Dallas scored. So it's a team that they'll make you look silly. They're an NHL team. They will make you look silly if you don't sleepwalk or if you sleepwalk into this game. And that's my concern. Dallas always plays better as the game goes along. I don't feel like there's a lot of games where Dallas is humming off the hop and they just kind of tank. There's moments where they can have a lapse for 5 minutes and they get torched, but you don't see them almost get worse as the game goes along. They usually start way down here and finally get up to a level. And look, San Jose's a team again. Dallas has to have the intensity to win an NHL game tonight. And Duchesne said on Monday they did not have the intensity to win that game off the hop. And that's my real concern. Are you ready to play from the outset? Otherwise, San Jose will run you ragged like the Ducks did on Monday. And we're going to have a not so happy postcast and an episode on Thursday. But you look at some of their lines that they're trotting out there. You got Granlund with Zetterlund and Eklund. So you got the Lund line. Celebrini has been centering Will Smith, who's another fun, talented watch, and Barclay Goudreau, who's one of their veterans that they added. They have some good depth. They really do. You put Ty Dellandrea in that bottom six. Winberg's a good player. Tyler Toffoli, he can rip it. He's got 9 goals this season. So there's a good mix. There is a really, really, really good mix on this Sharks team that, has beat teams that are better than them, right? Utah recently, they took down Detroit in overtime the other day. They're not scoring a ton. They are giving up a lot. But as we've seen recently, Mackenzie Blackwood or Vanacek can have a heck of a hockey game, and Dallas is in a barn burner till the very end. Look, I want to see Dallas win comfortably tonight. I want to see him win comfortably. None of this 2-1, 3-2, hanging on for dear life. Just win comfortably on home ice. Hopefully you see a response. As DeBoer always says, they're usually a response team. I would expect a pretty decent night in terms of the effort and intensity department for Dallas. They need it. Who knows if Jake Ottinger's good to go? Maybe it was just a maintenance day. I would love for Jake Ottinger to just start night after night, sort of make him your number one. If you're going to pay him as the number one, let's use him. If he's healthy, let him go. Take the chains off. I know you want him to be healthy when it matters the most, but right now Dallas needs to make up some ground. And I don't know if I care necessarily on what seed the Stars get. Kind of touched on this yesterday. I think Dallas is going to be fine. I think they're going to get into the playoffs. But you want to stay out of the wild card, right? If it's top 3, it's top 3. If you win, the Central, you win the Central. It's not like Dallas has gotten rewarded for winning the Central the past few seasons. So I guess really it's about just getting into this point. And to be fair, we were kind of in this mode to begin with. It's just like, okay, let's get to April. But as I've said, I mean, Dallas isn't going to win crap playing like this. Stars do not look like a Stanley Cup contender. I'll say that. They're playoffs for sure. They, look fine. But look, I think where I'm getting at too, I don't know if this team is better than pre-Tanev of last season. I don't think they are. Just the eye test doesn't do it for me, is what I say. I mean, you could maybe look back to the records. It's probably pretty similar. A lot of the stats, I bet are pretty similar. I don't think they're as good as last season. Definitely not post-Tanev. Definitely not, in my opinion. Maybe that's me being a pessimist, but that's just how I feel right now. I would love to hear your answer to that question in the comments below as well. Maybe we need to have a segment based on that. I need to get a guest on here soon and ask him that question. I don't think they're better than pre-Tanev is what I say. That's where I'm at. But look, it's November. It's November 20th. Stars have a chance to bounce back tonight. And they got a team that they're better than. Said that on Monday's episode, and that didn't ring true. We'll see. I'm excited to watch, though. I mean, anytime you get to see number 1 overall pick from last summer, and Will Smith is a fun watch. Should be a great game. And San Jose usually shows up. Let's hope Dallas does. Shooting star next. Today's episode of Locked On Stars is brought to you by FanDuel. Get ready to tackle the NFL action with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. The FanDuel Sportsbook app gives you everything you need to place live bets on the NFL all in one place. So when you get that hunch in the middle of the game, you can check out the latest stats, view live play-by-play, and so much more on the same page where you place your bets. Just visit FanDuel.com to join today. You'll get started with $150 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. That is FanDuel.com. Never waste a hunch and make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. The Dallas Stars taking on San Jose tonight. It's time for your Shooting Star segment. Always appreciate you guys voting on the YouTube community tab. I have my spreadsheet out and ready to go. We're filling it in for every single game this season. And for the games I forget, the fans, you wonderful fans, get an automatic win for Shooting Star that night because of my inability to stay on top of this every single night. By the way, it's going to be a busy weekend for me. I got 3 games I'm covering that starts on Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. So there could be some weirdness going on the schedule, but I hope to get an episode out every single day for you this week, or maybe I'll have to post an extra one over the weekend if I recover in time. So just keep an eye on that as we roll in to Thanksgiving week. Anyways, let me know your Shooting Star for tonight. My pick. Should I do it? Should I try to get somebody going, Stars fans? Is that what I have to do? Or should I go with who we think we know is going to play well? Okay. I'm going defenseman route this time. I feel like I haven't done a defenseman in a while. I'm going Thomas Harley. Just 1 goal so far this season. He looked really, really good against Anaheim. He was on his game. Give me Thomas Harley, Shooting Star tonight against the Sharks. Hopefully he picks up a goal, maybe a few points. And Dallas, I hope, wins comfortably over the Sharks. But that is a large ask of me right now out of the Dallas Stars. By the way, Texas Stars having a pretty good start to their season. We'll have to catch up with them, maybe get Steven Meserve on the podcast here in the next few weeks as well. I need to get some more guests back on. Here's some other opinions rather than mine because I don't know if I'm just a big old hater right now. So, yeah, we're gonna have to get some new opinions on here, just to shake things up. Yeah, DeBoer's shaking things up. I need to shake things up here on Locked On Stars. As always, thank you guys so much for the love and support. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you for all the likes, the comments. Be sure to subscribe. Truly, we're almost to 2,500 subscribers. That'd be a fantastic milestone to get to. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you for your comments. I do read those. I like most of them. Sometimes I just read them. So I apologize if I don't interact with all of them, but really appreciate you, your engagement, and all you everydayers out there that like to listen to me talk Stars hockey every single day. I'm blessed to do this. I really am. It's an absolute pleasure to come on here every day, even though it may not seem like it because I'm wired up. Sometimes I could rant, but I'm saving those for April to the best of my ability. You have a wonderful day. Enjoy the Sharks versus Stars tonight. Dallas looking for a bounce back win at the American Airlines Center. We'll discuss it all tomorrow. And of course, plenty more coming your way on Locked On Stars on a Thursday. So long, Stars fans.